if Yaddle survived in Tales of the Jedi. So Yaddle gets slammed by the door, but she lifts up the door with the Force, and using the small amount of energy she has left, she jumps out and gets to her ship, and Darth Sidious and Count Dooku chase after her, but Yaddle flies away back to the Jedi Temple. And Darth Sidious is furious with Dooku, and Darth Sidious tells Dooku, "You have failed me for the last time." And Yaddle gets back to the Jedi Temple. She goes to the Jedi Council, and she tells them everything that happened. So immediately, the Jedi Council, Yoda, Mace Windu, Plo Koon, Sazi Tin, Yarl Poof, Evan Peel, Apo Rancisis, Adi Galea, Eth Koth, Depa Balaba, they raid Darth Sidious's lair on Coruscant. They raid the works, only to find Count Dooku's corpse and no sign of Darth Sidious. So the Jedi Council goes and retrieves Count Dooku's corpse, and at this point, Dooku can't tell them anything because he's dead, and the Jedi search around, but they don't find Darth Sidious. And I don't think that Yaddle actually saw Darth Sidious's face, because when she confronts Sidious, she says, "This ends right now, Sith Lord." And so she calls him Sith Lord. She does not call him Palpatine. It's clear that she hasn't seen him yet. And when Yaddle lifts up the door and the light shines, Darth Sidious tries to cover his face. So it's clear that Yaddle hasn't seen it yet, so she doesn't know that he's Palpatine. But of course, the Jedi now know Darth Sidious's secret lair, and they know where he does his stuff on Coruscant. So Darth Sidious can't go back there at all. And maybe the Jedi would be able to collect some evidence, although I don't think Darth Sidious would have been foolish enough to leave any evidence, even at his secret lair. So the Jedi just don't find anything, and the only thing that changes here is that Count Dooku is dead, and Darth Sidious would probably just have to do everything from his apartment or just find a new lair. And Yaddle, I assume, just wouldn't return to the Jedi Council, and she would just take a less active role. Meanwhile, Darth Sidious might find a new apprentice somewhere, or maybe he would just do everything by himself. And Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith would be the same. The only difference is Dooku would not be alive. So if Yaddle had survived and managed to go back to the Jedi Council, not a whole lot would have changed, except Count Dooku would have been dead a lot earlier and by Darth Sidious's own hand.